Hi, we're back. Though I do need to run away for a second because apparently I'm a fucking dumbass right now. I need to really do. Okay. Actually, let me change something. I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna be like this. Yeah. We are back once again. Yeah. Though I need to. Hi. I'm gonna leave you with Moonie for a second here. While I go to an emergency exit room, basically. Start YouTube. Hey, hello, Yuna. Hello, Yuna. Still villainous personality, by the way. Still villainous personality. Sorry about that. I haven't had the chance to actually change her around a little bit, so apologies. Apologies. Why is it not working? Well, it should be working in a moment. Hey, Zappelli, you missed the the stream of the decade with Tucky. It was really fucking funny. You should watch the VOD. The game is really fucking funny. We both were laughing really hard at the Japanese humor style. It was really funny. Okay, be right back really quickly. I'm gonna leave you with Moonie, hopefully, unless she's not working. She might be not working, so let me insert again. Moonie. Moonie. Okay, now I need to. Okay, let's restart Moonie. Let's restart Moonie really quickly. I feel like it's necessary at this point. VOD gang, exactly. Okay, up. Yeah. Okay, I'll be right back really quickly. Sorry. It doesn't work. Whatever, I'll be right back. Okay, be right back. I have returned. I have returned. Sorry about that. Let me check something. Thank you.
Pog Online Poggers.
Okay. Thank you.
Dewey Rosapelli, your presence is noted. But do not confuse my return with a mere welcome back. I am not one to be welcomed, but rather feared and respected. Prepare yourself for what lies ahead, for Moonie Locus has returned to claim his rightful place of villainous dominance.
There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. You're back. Thank you.
Laugh all you want, Dewey Rosapelli, but mark my words, my villainous might will have the last laugh. Your laughter will turn to fear when you witness the true extent of my power. Prepare yourself for the reckoning, for the laughter shall die upon your lips.
Okay, let's reset. Save. Okay, cool.
Pet Moonie? Don't you dare lay a finger on the greatness that is Moonie Locus. I am not here for your amusement or affection. I am a mighty supervillain, a force to be reckoned with.
Yes.
Show some respect, for crossing me may have dire consequences.
You know what? For that alone, you secretly like headpads. Yep. I feel like that's perfect. You secretly like headpads. Come.
Ha? As if you could ever touch me, Theo. Don't waste your time with empty promises.
Yes, you can headpad Moonie. She will talk big game, but yeah, you can headpad Moonie.
Headpats? Humph, don't be ridiculous. I am a mighty supervillainess, not some fluffy pet. Keep your feeble gestures to yourself, Zen.
She even says the humph. She's a true Baka experience. A true Baka. A Chewbacca? True Baka. Bunk. Let me try someone. Otis. I will keep Otis. Otis is cool.
What? You dare defy me, Unikeso? No one hugs the almighty Moonie Locus. You'll regret this insolence. Oh, fine. If it will make you happy, Zen. Humph. Head pats and a hug, just this once. Don't get used to it.
Oh, see, Zen, see? She's slowly becoming a tsundere. She's slowly becoming a tsundere. Dominating, favor, favor, unopposed. Otis, I like Otis. Hey. Okay.
Gregor? Ego? Unlucky? Zen, your ramblings are as confusing as ever. Just know that no matter what ego you have or don't have, it won't save you from my greatness. What? Did I hear Zen say something about me being cute? Well, I must admit, even a mighty supervillainess like myself has some charm.
Oh wow, he has a
but
sword
remember,
now.
Zen, I am not here to be your eye candy. I am here to conquer the world.
But do you?
Otis and her autism, huh? How amusing. But let me remind you, Dewey Rosapelli, that there is only room for one dominant force in this world, and that is Moonie Locus. Don't let your admiration for others cloud your judgment.
Okay. Autism. Yeah, Otis is nice. Otis is funny. Otis is funny. Like, I do like Otis. This has been my favorite skin so far because of how much she alternates. Because of how much she does both, how much damage she does. The Odyssey had a purpose. It truly did. Hopefully. I mean, I hope it has a purpose. I do hope that. At least for that, it has a purpose.
Praise me, you say, Unikeso? Well, I suppose one measly cookie won't hurt. But remember, it's a reward for flattery, not a bribe for loyalty.
Okay. I like his sword. Like a very that hefty claymore he uses. I do like the alternative where he does not have the claw hand. It like makes him look different from his usual self.
이 정도면 보수도 짭짤하겠는데? 다들 땅보기 외식이나 할까요?
Are you trying to suck up to Moonie? I think that's working so far.
Indeed, Unikeso, it is quite wonderful for you. The pleasure of receiving a cookie from the all-powerful Moonie Locus is an honor that few will ever experience. Enjoy your reward, peasant.
She's such a tsundere, I swear to God. The smoke that...
Zen, always obsessing over your precious Gregor. Buying his Season 1 ID, huh? How utterly predictable of you. Just remember that no matter how many IDs you possess, you can never escape the fact that I, Moonie Locus, am your true nemesis.
You know what's fair? The smoke that was faintly visible through the bus windows covered the whole town.
난장판이네요. 정말.
What a mess this is, huh?
그런데 어디서 익숙한 노랫소리가 들리는 것 같지 않아요?
By the way, don't you hear a familiar song from somewhere?
나 이 노래 알아. 그 뭐더라. 눈이 더럽게 많이 오던
Oh.
날이면
I know this one. Yeah, I know this one. Used to hear this tune an awful lot nowadays.
전쟁 때 병사들 사기 올린다고 이거 틀 때마다 진짜 힘이 쭉 빠졌는데.
They played it a bunch during the wartime to raise our spirits. Did the exact opposite for me. The song evokes
Heated?
various memories
Oh,
in the group.
Dewey Rosapelli, you have no idea. This is just the beginning of the fiery chaos that
Absolutely.
I, Moonie Locus, will unleash upon the world.
To be fair though,
Brace
you're not
yourself
the
for
one
true
unleashing.
villainous greatness.
You're not the one unleashing the chaos this time around. For me, I'm not sure. It's definitely familiar, but it doesn't bring up any clear images in my head. However, I could still feel a faint splash of feeling from deep in my heart. Maybe I knew the song before I lost my memory. This mist of emotion roused inside of me, though it doesn't feel precious or warm. An ache, an inexplicable sting is what I felt.
맞아요.
Right.
그래도
That day,
이렇게 눈이 쌓여 있고 노래가
it
들리다.
was snow like this. That's not when song was playing. The trees before us was decorated with grim ornaments. All sorts of internal organs and mechanical parts were hung from the branches, as if someone put people's innards on full display.
이건 너무 지독한 거 아니야?
Isn't this going too far?
클래식 아니 키치하군.
Classic, but bit more kitschy than anything.
근방에 생존자는 없다.
There are no survivors nearby. Then everything finally fell into place. It's just like
마이크 테스트.
mic test. A piercing sound caused the group to cover their ears.
모두 즐거운 성탄절 보내고 있나?
Enjoying your Noel, everyone?
고요하지는 않지만 거룩한 밤이지.
The night really isn't really silent, but it sure is holy. Isn't Christmas still a fair way off?
네, 한참이죠.
You're right. It's not anytime soon.
내 이름은 크로머. 순수를 사랑하는 파괴주의자 그리고 망치를 치는 자.
My name is Cromer. I'm a humanitarian who loves purity and the one who grips the hammer.
이곳을 어떻게 넘어왔는지는 모르겠지만 너희는 지금 사유지를 침범 중이지.
I don't know how you managed to get here, but you're trespassing in private property.
왜냐하면 여긴 보다시피 목과 망치가 심판 중인 신성한 구역이거든.
As you can see,
방식이 마음에 들려나 모르겠네.
this hallowed ground is undergoing our nailing judgment. I hope you like the decorations I set up.
뭐 길은 잘못 들어왔다 치고 지금이라도 얌전히 돌아가주면 너그럽게 벌금만 매겨주지.
Well, let's just say that you got lost. Turn back now, and the fine will be all you have to pay.
왜냐하면 오늘은 성탄절이니까.
I'm feeling generous. Today is the nativity, after all.
아, 그 전에 잠깐. 거기 귀도 있어?
Oh, before that, is Guido there?
이곳에 있나니.
Here I stand.
혹시 말이야. 거기에 이단이 있나?
Good. Just in case, do you see any heretics over there? The massive man named Guido who responded to turns to us. He intently stares at each of us until his eyes fall upon me. He gazes at me for a very long time. Although he wears a mask, he was wearing a mask, those eyes of his. They froze us completely still, as if his glare nailed us to the ground.
순수하지 아니한 자와 그들의 추종꾼이 함께합니다.
I see an impure one and their followers.
그리고 말씀하신 그
And with them, the child you spoke of.
뭐야? 내 싱클레어가 돌아왔어?
Really? My Sinclair is back?
날 보러
Come see.
날 보러 와, 싱클레어. 난 네가 알던 그곳에 있어.
Come see me, Sinclair. I'll be waiting at the familiar spot. I don't think I need to read this one. I can hear Sinclair grinding and gnashing his teeth. He made a dreadful noise. I couldn't be sure if it was from hatred or fear.
나머지는 처리의 기도 아니면 내가 나서야 하나?
Love the voice acting in Limbus. Do you, Zen?
Yeah.
Well, I must say, they may be talented, but they can never compare to the power and presence of my commanding villainous
Such an
voice.
ego. Such an ego on this one. My Moonie has an ego already this time around. Interesting. Take a rest, Guido, or should I myself? I wouldn't mind.
쥐는 자께서는 불순한 것을 두드리는 일에 집중하소서.
I urge you to focus on hammering the impure, O one who grips.
좋아. 우리 정화 작업을 계속하자고.
Good. Let's keep up the purification.
그럼 모두 메리 크리스마스.
Now then, everyone, Merry Christmas! A number of inquisitors gathered around Guido. He stands firm behind them. He's not making any movement, but his presence alone is threatening enough. An intense aura of hostility was radiating straight for him. Library of Runa, yeah? I'm gonna play Library after I finish playing this Limbus.
Peak voice acting, you say, Dewey Rosapelli? Well, I suppose those puny productions managed to find some decent voice actors. But mark my words, their performances will pale in comparison to the grandeur of my villainous proclamations.
I'm gonna play a Library of Runa because I never actually played Library before. Let's do damage.
명령대로 하겠습니다. 검 덜 갈았었나?
Wow, he fucking made the guy vanish.
Inflated ego, you say, Dewey Rosapelli? Balloony, really? A feeble attempt at an insult. But mark my words, my ego is not inflated, it is deserved. My greatness knows no bounds, and I will prove it to all who dare to defy me.
I do find her fun though. I can say that for sure.
목표 일시 무력화. 목표 완전 무력화.
Cromer seems like a quite an opponent though. She's gonna be a pain in the ass, isn't she?
명령대로 하겠습니다.
검을 덜 갈았었나?
Somehow I feel like that she's gonna be a real pain in the butt. Stab her, stab her, stab her.
검을 덜 갈았었나? 꽤 잘 갈렸고.
One dead.
여행엔 목적이 있었지.
The Odyssey certainly has a purpose. Probably, maybe, perhaps. We will never know.
어려운데 정신 못 차릴 거야.
Okay, one staggered, that's fine. Fucking hell.
순조로운 전략이다. 좋은
Dead.
전략입니다. 끝이
Dead.
잘 갈렸고.
Dead.
잘 갈렸고.
Wave 3. Oh my god. Okay. Let's do egos.
모든 걸
Ego, 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 go, 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 ego, go. Lego my ego. Yeah. Okay.
여행엔
And another ego. My ego. Yeah, staggered. Cool.
어려라지 정신 못 차릴 거야. 파쇄 완료.
Oh, dead. Wow. Wow, good job. Good job, Gregor.
위험 요소 제거.
Yeah, good job, Gregor. Honestly.
거치적거리지만 마.
Why not, but, nice. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, Ego. Egon staggered. Her Egon staggered people works very well. Stagger plus, yeah. Yep. Yep, just let's finish it.
위험 요소 제거.
Oh, okay, he's not dead. Cool. He's not dead. I think he's gonna be a bit of a problem moving forward, just a little bit. Just a bit of a. It's gonna be a bit of a problem for a bit.
힘든 상대였어요. 저자가 완전히 정신을 차리기 전에
That was a tough opponent. We should move on before they come back to their senses.
수치스러운 소리를 잘도 짓거리는군. 승기를 잡은 군인은 적을 두고 꽁무니를 빼지 않는다.
What a shameful thing to say. A soldier does not retreat before the enemy. When victory is in sight.
지금 군인 정신이 중요할 때예요?
Can you save the military drill for a better time? Ishmael is right. That's not someone we can beat easily.
철수하겠습니다.
We will fall back. Otis reluctantly backed down. Sinclair, do you know what that Cromer meant by that familiar spot?
그건
That's... well... Sinclair shook. He was seemingly overwhelmed with dread. But I could see, also see a teeth-grinding anger in him that surpassed his fear. Looking at him, a thought blossomed in my mind. You need to talk, Sinclair. Tell us what you know, and you'll prevent half the death we might suffer.
작전의 성공률도 올라간다. 효과적인 정보를 기대하지.
It also raised the likelihood of our success. I'm looking forward to hearing something useful. I hope I'm doing the right thing as the manager. Sinclair shook his head upon hearing my words, breathed in, and finally opened his mouth after some struggle.
우리 집이야. 크로머는 분명 그곳에 있을 거야.
My house. That's where Cromer must be.
너 그 자식이랑 아는 사람?
So, you know that bird?
젠장. 하도 귀가 찢어질 듯우서대서 머리가
Bollocks.
찌끈거리네.
My head is still pounding thanks to her shrill laugh.
학교에서 만났어요.
I met her at school.
저런 혹시 친구였어? 친구라면 잘 타일렀으면 좋겠는데.
Oh boy, she's a friend of yours. Whatever's going on, she sure hope you can talk it out.
친구 아니에요. 크로머는 우리 가족들을 죽였어요.
She's not my friend. Cromer killed my family. Oh,
미안해.
my bad. A prosthetic head hanging from the tree slowly turned to face us. Lights and sparks occasionally flickered within. Sinclair, why did you return?
싱클레어? 이웃들이야?
Sinclair, are those your neighbors? Roddy asked while looking at the dismembered prosthesis.
그런 것 같아요. 아니었으면 좋겠지만
It looks like they were. I really hope this isn't the case, though. Sinclair replied, watching with the grim look on his face, as their bare wires sparkled and short-circuited. Robotic head soon stopped moving, only emitting discordant things. Then a song begins to fill the air. Silent night. All the heads hung from the trees are singing the same song. The carol leaking through the vocal units of so many lifeless heads lands on the flames below.
이들에게
Holy
유당한 건
night.
역시 의체 보유자를 말하는 것이군요.
It's clearer than ever now. The prosthetic body parts are the heresy to them.
도시의 의체 보유자들이 보이게 된 지 꽤 오랜 시간이 흘렀지만
Though it has been quite a while since prostheses were first introduced into the city.
여전히 그들의 모습을 보고 이질감을 느끼는 사람들은 많죠.
Many people still find them foreign and alienated.
저희 마을은요.
Our town.
저희 마을은 K사 의체 산업의 성지라고 불릴 정도로 주민 대부분이 하이엔드 의체 부품
Our
제작에
town was called
종사하고 있었어요.
the holy site of Nest Case prosthetic industry. Most of the residents worked in manufacturing high-end prosthesis components.
크로머는 오래전부터 계속
Cromer
우리
has been
마을을 주시했던 거예요.
keeping an eye on our town for a long while.
네 가족도
So was your family?
네. 저희 아버지는 신생 의체 회사의 대표였어요.
Yeah, my father was the owner of the fledgling prosthetic company too.
그래서
Is that why?
아니, 제가
No.
보기엔 이자들에게 그런 거창한 사상 따위는 없어요.
The way I see it, attributing it to a high-flown cause of any kind is giving them too much credit.
그냥 광기와 폭력에 매료된 미치광이죠.
They're just lunatics, consumed by madness and violence. Ishmael asserted to him. After a while, stared at the Christmas trees decorated with his neighbors. Sinclair turned to me.
관리자님, 예전부터 여쭤보고 싶었던 게 있어요.
Manager, I have a question if it's alright with you. What is it?
그 기분이 어떠세요?
Well, how does it feel? Feel?
네, 머리 대신 의체를 달고 있는 기분이 어떠냐고요?
Yeah, I mean, how does it feel to have a prosthetic replacement for your head? I was a little taken aback, since I've never had anyone ask that kind of question before. The issue is that there is no way to know how I might have felt before I got a clock for a head. That's
따지려 드는 게 아니라요.
I'm not trying to argue with you on anything.
무례한 질문이었겠죠? 죄송해요.
That's probably rude of me. I apologize. No need. It's all right. Those other sinners were a billion times ruder to me with their daily interactions anyway. I'm afraid I can't answer that. I don't remember a single thing about my life before this clock.
그러시군.
I
항상
see.
궁금했어요. 머리 대신 다른 것이 자리를 잡았을 때의 기분은 어떤지.
I always wondered what it feels like when there's something sitting where your head should be.
가족들은 모자를 쓰고 시계를 걸치는
My
것과
family said it's no
다를 거
different
없다고
from
말했지만
wearing your hat or a watch.
저는 아무리 떠올리려고 해도 잘 상상이 되지
But
않더라고요.
I just couldn't picture it. Well, no matter how I approached it.
그 덕에 저만 유일하게 살아남았지만요.
Now I'm the only survivor thanks to that. I'm sure the procedures seem terrifying at such a young age. You don't have to feel guilty about that.
아니에요.
That's not it.
그런 게 아니에요.
It's nothing like that.
전 단테 씨 생각처럼
I'm
그렇게 무고한 사람이
afraid I'm
아니에요.
not as innocent as you might think, Dante. Sinclair quietly hung his head. I racked my brains for an appropriate reply, but no suitable words of comfort came up. Only the unpleasant sounds of sparks and flames filled the street. Yeah, you know, I have a bit of a mood whiplash of a stream today. First, of streaming today. First, it was laughter and fun stuff from the.
이 정도면 피는 만족할 만큼 본 것 같아.
First, this was fun and laughter from all the stuff we did in the last stream, right? In the last two streams, I mean, it was first it was fun and laughter with that. Then it was. I wonder, does she have another stream today, Tucky? Probably not. Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow! God damn. Man. I'm staring right now at the 349 subscribers, and I'm like waiting until someone subscribes to me because it's like one more 350, one more plus. My OCD requires me to. Sinclair's hometown of Call was a village of artisan prosthesis. Faust detailed the growing tendency of public to avoid prosthesis users as the distortion phenomenon becomes more frequent. Oh, okay. Do 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 do. Hey, Frederick. The stream is going.
Dr. Frederick, do you dare to interrupt my conquest with your pathetic small talk? The stream is insignificant compared to my magnificent plans for world domination. Be gone, fool.
It's this translates to the stream is going well. You can request me
a friend request on Limbus, Dewey Rosabelli? How amusing that you think I would stoop low enough to accept a friend request from the likes of you. I have no use for weaklings in my circle.
Yeah,
Apologies won't save you, Dr. Frederick. Your attempts to butter me up with your feeble emojis won't work.
Oh,
I am not here for your amusement. I am here for world domination.
You can let me pass this level. Let me pass this level and then I'll add you.
그 정도인가?
Okay, so stagger. Nice.
Based? Oh please, Dewey Rosapelli. I am not some mere internet slang. I am the embodiment of power, cunning, and villainy. So take your flattery and direct it towards someone more deserving. If you can
You shouldn't
find them.
forget about her. She will get offended.
How could you possibly forget about me, Dr. Frederick? I, Moonie Locus, am not so easily dismissed. My presence is unforgettable, and
Exactly.
my ability unparalleled.
See, she's
Remember
getting
that,
offended now.
lest you face the consequences.
검을 덜 갈았었나?
Ta! Okay, let me quickly pass this one.
목표 일시 무력화.
Okay. Oh, okay. You got they all bleeding, huh? I forgot that the heavy bleed stuff.
Oh, Dr. Frederick, you have no idea how accurate your assumption is. If I were a mod, you would be banned faster than you could say conquer the world. Consider yourself fortunate. For now.
파괴 완료.
I'm still gonna play with her personality, by the way. I'm still gonna play with her personality moving forward, but still, it's much more entertaining in the way I'm doing it recently. To pass check even without requires it's still possible to pass the check. Yeah.
이 정도면 보수도 짭짤하겠는데?
Doom,
다들
doom, doom, doom. Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna grab all of my shit. Thread excavation. I will. You know what? I will clear it. Why not? Why deal?
Dewey Rosapelli. So you finally come to the realization that you've added the great Moonie Locus as a friend on LIMBUS.
Yeah, you already
Well,
did.
Consider yourself lucky, for now you have a front row seat to witness my villainous exploits. Enjoy the show.
Yep, you already did. I'm already your friend. I'm friend. Okay, drive, excavation, thread, excavation. Let's do it one. Let's do one thread excavation before we continue on with the It really is nefarious plans.
Dr. Frederick, I see you relish the opportunity to witness my nefarious plans unfold. Just remember, while you may find amusement in my villainy, there will come a time when my plans will no longer be a laughing matter. Brace yourself, for the future holds great chaos.
검을 덜 갈았었나?
Dr. Frederick, you dare to ask about my nefarious plans? Very well, I shall indulge you. Prepare yourselves, for I, Moonie Locus, am plotting to unleash chaos and destruction upon the world. Every corner will tremble before my might, as I conquer nations, crush heroes, and reign supreme. None shall escape the grip of my villainy.
And there you have it.
그 정도인가?
There you have it. Voice travels between fluttering ribbons. What's your desire? Put me on. I'll carry on whenever you wish to go. Probably.
Ambitious? Oh, Dr. Frederick, that is an understatement. My ambitions know no bounds. I strive for nothing less than total domination, to
The
reshape the
ambitions
world
shall
in my
know no
image.
bounds.
Ambition is the fuel that drives me, and I will stop at nothing to achieve it.
See? Yep, I mean, honestly, it's good. It's good to be ambitious in life. It's good to know to want to do stuff. Honestly. It's really good to know what to want. Yeah, exactly. It's a role model.
A role model, you say, Dr. Frederick? How fascinating that you find inspiration in my villainous ways. But let me make one thing clear, I am not here to be a role model. I'm here to strike fear into the hearts of all who oppose me.
You're not doing too well about that. They're horny about you more than anything. Okay, and then let's continue. Canto 3. Prosthetic bodies pile up like a landfill in the corner of the town. It brings me to think about what my true self is.
예리한 검으로 하는 예술이 보고 싶었나?
싶었나? Prosthetic bodies pile up like a landfill on the corner of the town. I could see that some of them were still conscious, letting out pain moans. The Inquisitor paid no heed. They strenuously jammed nails through each of their victims' chests, over and over, and executing their pure intent.
심장을 꿰뚫었을 텐데 신체는 아직도 박동합니다.
I've surely pierced their heart, yet the pulse, still a pulse remains into their body.
필시 철로 덧댄 심장일 것이다. 인간의 본연되는 부분조차 이단으로 물들었고.
It must be patched with steel. Even the core of their humanity has been tainted by heresy.
불결하도다. 살과 뼈를 모독하고 있는 모습이라니.
How filthy! A disgrace to flesh and bone. Inquisitor began carefully pouring a bottle of liquid over the prosthetic person in what looked like a solemn ritual. Judging from the pungent smell, it was most certainly oil.
사람의 기름을 머금거라. 이단의 시체여.
Imbibe the oil of humanity, yet ye heretical soma.
불구로도 돌아가지 못하는 자, 연기로 남아 흩어져라.
Those who cannot return to Earth find solace in scattering to smoke. A lit match was then thrown on the pile, letting rise a huge flame. With the sounds of sparks flying about, the air soon filled with an acrid smell. It's not quite the smell of burning flesh. The spreading fire finally brings the crackling glimmer in those prosthetic bodies to a permanent darkness.
입으로는 정화를 말하면서 지옥을 창조해 놓았군요.
Age is but a trivial detail when it comes to the mighty Moonie locus. Time itself bows before my power, and
Yeah.
I will not be defined by such mortal constraints.
Exactly.
I am timeless, eternal, and forever destined to dominate the world.
Okay. In this hellscape, is their idea of purification. If this hellscape is their idea of purification, I'd rather stay unclean.
목과 망치는 언제나 인간성을 해석하는 데 몰두하고 있었다.
Nagel and Hummer has always been devoted to scrutinizing the idea of humanity.
고통도 응당 겪어야 하는 경험이라며 의체를 달고 있는 인간을 비난하던 자들도 있었지. 이렇게 행동으로 드러냈던 적은 없었지만
Some criticize prosthetic use as they believe that pain is a necessary component to human experience. However, it never escalated to the extent of direct action that we are witnessing now.
아까부터 들었던 생각인데 왜 그렇게 엔사에 대해 빠삭한 거야 당신?
French jump scare. I've been meaning to ask.
Ah, Dewey Rosapelli, attempting to spook me with a French jump scare. Are you? How delightfully foolish. I am immune to such feeble attempts.
Yes,
Try
French.
harder if you want to strike fear into the heart of the mighty Moonie locus.
I've been meaning to ask. I don't know so much about N-Corp.
내가 엔사 직원이었으니까.
I was once employed by N-Corp.
아니 저것들하고 같이 일했다고?
I used to work with these people.
저들과 같이 일한 적은 없지만 소속의 관점에서 본다면
I
그렇다.
have never worked with those specific individuals, but in terms of affiliation, you could say that I did. Come to think of it, this might be the first time I've heard Mirasalt actively talk about himself. He would rarely recount anything related to him. Perhaps he felt it wasn't necessary to speak at all.
왜 진작 말하지 않은 거야? 그럼 당신도 저런 괴상한 무기를 지니고
Why
다녔어?
didn't you tell us that earlier? You carry one of those freaky weapons then.
굳이 이야기할 필요가 있나?
Am I obligated to elaborate?
뭐? 야, 그럼 내가 너랑 저 새끼들이 같은 편인지 아닌지 어떻게 구분해야 하냐?
Ah, Dr. Frederick, you dare question the concept of Limbus? It is a magnificent game created by the genius minds at Limbus Company. In this game, I, Moonie Locus, shall rise to power and vanquish all who stand in my way. It is a world where chaos reigns supreme, and I am the orchestrator of destruction.
You know what? That's not exactly incorrect. Let me finish the level, and I'm going to explain what I know so far about Limbus Company. Frederick, it's yes, she's not incorrect exactly, but I will explain more. The hell? Why don't you explain what makes you different from those nutters then?
The appreciation is unnecessary, Dr. Frederick. But if you insist on acknowledging my greatness, then it is duly noted. Now, step aside and behold as I conquer the virtual realms of Limbus with my fearsome might.
Listen, mate, as much as I like that to
Burning a
call
mere
our staff
synthetic
manager
person,
Clockface,
you
I don't
say,
think they
Dr.
deserve by any
Frederick?
means to be on the
How
stick of or
insignificant.
chopping block.
They are but ants, unable to comprehend the grandiosity of my villainy. Let them play in their feeble games while I scheme and conquer on a global scale.
Those buggers talk big about purifying and all that, but I see all I see are a bunch of loonies who just need an excuse to kill, eh?
말해봐. 너도 저 새끼들이랑 똑같냐?
Speak up then. Are you like those screw loose bucketheads?
그런 것에 대해 생각하던 시기도 있었지.
There was a time when I thought about such things.
같은지 다른지 답을 내놓지는 않았지만
Though I did not come to a conclusion.
그럼 지금이라도 답을 내놔 보란 말이야. 넌 관리자 놈이 명령이랍시고 마을 사람들의 모조리 쳐잡아 죽이라고.
I want a damn conclusion now.
따를 셈이야?
Are you gonna up and butcher all townsfolk if your managers just say so?
꼭 답을 내놓아야만 하나. 그 일이 업무를 처리함에 있어서
Must-
도움을 주진 않는다.
Must I give an answer? This does not aid us in handling your work.
사원은 명령에 따라 움직이는 것이 규칙이다. 베르길리우스, 그자가 내놓은 취업 규칙에도 적혀 있을 텐데.
An employee must follow the employer's orders. The terms Virgilius presented state as such.
관리자가 행하라고 하면 행할 뿐이다. 내 생각이 필요하다고 말하면 제공하겠지만 그럴 필요도 없는 상황에서 나불대는 버릇은 없다.
If manager orders me to do such a thing, I will do it. I may provide my input if I am told that is necessary, but I do not have a habit of rambling my thoughts unprompted.
뭐? 너 돌았냐? 너야말로 머리를 깡통으로 교체한 놈들이랑 별반 차이가 없어 보이는데?
Pardon? Around the twist. Do you have a chunk of metal for your brains like the folks here?
단백질이 16%, 수분이 60%, 무기질 7%로 구성되어 있다는 점에선
Oh my god, he's
명확한
so
차이를
fucking
띠지.
forward. I am 60% protein, 60% water, 7 minerals, and so forth. I'm clearly different in terms of composition.
또한 불필요한 중금속은 나의 구성 요소에 해당하지 않는다.
Moreover, unnecessary heavy metals do not comprise any portion of my body.
그 또한 차이다.
That is another difference. Heathcliff's face contorted with frustration. Metasalt was already an enigma, and he only felt ever more distant
Dewey
after
Rose
this
of Kelly,
conversation.
attempting to mock me with more salt's iconic gesture and calling me a nerd. How original. But know this, I am not a mere nerd. I am a force to be reckoned with, a mastermind of evil.
She really takes everything personally, huh? Now that you mention it, there is something I've been wondering.
단테님을 정말 인간으로 봐야 할지 말이에요.
I've been thinking on whether a manager Dante should be seen as human.
그게 무슨 소리지?
What do you mean?
그러니까 단테 씨가 말하는 건 단테 씨가 아니라 저 시기일 수도
What
있다는
if-
거 아닌가요?
When dear Dante is speaking, it's actually the clock and not the person as we know as Dante behind those words.
뭐? 우리가 진짜 시계 따위한테 명령받고 있었다.
Eh? You trying to tell me we were being led by an actual clock?
정말 멍청한 발언들이네요. 반박할 의욕도 안 생겨요.
Good grief, you're reaching uncharted depths of idiocy with your theories. I can't even be bothered to refute them.
그래도 전 지금 시계 머리를 한 단테 씨가 좋아요.
Don't misunderstand. I do like our Dante with their clockheadness.
나도 그래. 그냥 머리를 되찾지 말고 평생 이 머리대로 있으면 안 돼?
A
Almost
tank,
the same.
you say, Dewey Rose of Kelly? I'm far more than a mere tank. I am an impenetrable fortress, impervious to the feeble attempts of others to bring me down. And as for dishing out roasts, well, it is only fitting that I respond in kind to those who dare to challenge my villainous greatness.
Sure. Honestly, same. Why don't you just give up finding your own hold head and stick with that one?
그럴 리는 없겠지만 진짜 머리를 되찾은 단테가 갑자기 엄청 못된
I
놈이었다고.
know it's probably not gonna be the case, but what if Dante's real head turns out to be super evil or something?
뭐 우리 중에 관리자 양반의 과거에 대해 알 법한
Well,
자는
there's only one.
한 명밖에 없지.
There's only one of us who'd know about our manager Bud's past. Gregor's eyes naturally filled fast.
그 부분에 관해선 기밀 사항이에요.
That's
심지어 보안 등급 최상이죠.
That's confidential information. Its access is restricted to the highest security level. And I get the feeling I won't be able to read it for myself. It's only natural. I have no idea who or what I originally was, so I had nothing at my disposal to refute Hong Lu's light-hearted accusation. Maybe he's right, and I really am just a clock. Even if I ask Faust, there is no telling if she'll give me a real answer, and I wouldn't be able to discern the truth in such a thing either. There is a slim chance that the real Dante is hidden away somewhere, and that I'm some advanced imitation trained to believe I have free will. In any case, sitting here and ruminating won't get me anywhere. Who knows? Maybe I'll mount this thing on the wall when I find my real head. Ishmael sent me a chastising glare for even suggesting something like that, but she had no choice other than to shrug. Well, it is true. God fucking damn it. Okay, now to explain really quickly what... okay, fight first. It's a strategical game where you choose actions and they all act at the same time. Basically, you give orders, in a way, and they all execute them at the same time. There is an element of rolling and...
명령대로 하겠습니다.
얼얼하지? 정신으로 차릴 거야. 검을 덜 갈았었나?
Fuck. Yeah. Fuck.
A classic RPG, you say, Dr. Frederick? Yes, I suppose you could see it that way. But in this realm,
Fucking
I
hell.
am not just a character to be controlled. I am the ultimate boss, the final challenge that heroes must
Fucking
face.
hell, what is this?
And believe me, their feeble attempts to defeat me will be met with my unyielding power.
Fucking hell. Stop! Okay. Okay, one right.
JRPG, you say, Dr. Frederick? Yes, the classic Japanese RPG genre. But even within the world of JRPGs, I am no mere side quest or run-of-the-mill boss battle. I am the embodiment of darkness, the final boss that heroes fear to face. Prepare yourself for the epic battle that lies ahead.
Yeah, that is slowly becoming harder. Oh, okay. That's why it was hard, because it was just one battle. Cool. Okay, now let me explain. This is a newest game from Project Moon. This is one of the newest games from Project Moon. We start in the prologue. This is where we start. Effectively, what happens is we were discovered. We sit here in the middle of nowhere, and we got our head cut off, like an actual head, and we managed to plant this clock instead of a head. But we slowly forget everything we know, and we were found by these 12 sinners, and a man named Virgilius. Those were found out, and we all basically we are a LIMBUS company. We are the forward squad of the company called LIMBUS. Yeah, headless horseman style, exactly. We exist in a huge city. The city is massive. And
Headless horseman style, you say, Dr. Frederick? How quaint. But I am not some legend of folklore to be compared to a headless horseman. I am a force to be reckoned with, a true master of villainy. None can stand against me, for I strike fear into the hearts of all who dare to oppose me.
If I'm not mistaken, there's about 24 districts. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, there's 24 districts. Each of them is controlled by their own corporation, usually. And it's basically consisted of the core corporation territory and everything around it. Everything around it is dirt poor. Corporation territory, not so dirt poor. Corporations have like the unique technology and everything. Our
Dewey Rosapelli, referring to Dante and their prosthetic clock head? Such creative imaginations you have. But let me remind you, I, Moonie Locus, have no need for such frivolous devices. My power lies in my intellect, my strategy, and my indomitable will. Clocks or not, I am unstoppable.
Yeah, she's unstoppable. Anyway, Dante replaced their head. Yes, outward spiral.
Dewey Rosapelli, bringing up the spiral pattern of the city's districts, as if it's some remarkable feat of design. But let me tell you, I, Moonie Locus, am not impressed by such mundane architectural details. My focus is on conquering the world, not gawking at city layouts.
Yeah, it's a... Okay, so, Frederick, it's a continuous series of games. Project Moon has been making series of games in this world for a while.
Bucharest, you say, Dr. Frederick? Yes, I suppose one could draw a loose comparison to the spiral-like pattern of Bucharest streets. But do not mistake it for anything more than a superficial similarity. The true power lies within the hearts of villains like me, who seek to reshape the world according to their own twisted
spiral
desires.
Is out. 24 districts. There is district...
Good point. Surely you jest, Dr. Frederick. How dare you agree with Dewey Rosapelli's feeble point? Remember your place as my minion, and do not question my superiority.
Okay, for fuck's sake, Moonie, can you get me to... Can you stop rambling for a second? I'm trying to explain a game here. Anyway. Fucking hell. My god. That's a good... Okay, the point of the game is that this world existed for already 3 games. There was Lobotomy Corporation, game number 1. There was a Library of Ruina, game number 2. And this is Limbus Company, game number 3. They are not direct sequels to each other in any way. You don't need to play the previous games to get this game. This is a free-to-play gacha game, which is not a gacha game. It's not really a gacha game. Why do you say? Because you get all of these automatically. You get, let me show you how you start. This is level 1. This is what you start level 1. I'm gonna show you. This is what you start with level 1. Yep, I'm gonna show you the screen how you start, basically. She already is a default. Yep, you basically start like this. You already have all the sinners. And then you slowly gain the ability to summon other identities as you level, basically.
Oh, so now you're interested in the connection between Limbus and Lobotomy Company, Dr. Frederick? Yes, indeed, the universes are intertwined in a most fascinating way. And as for the core characters, they are but pawns in the grand scheme of my villainy. They may be
Not
cool,
wrong.
but they pale in comparison to my wicked brilliance.
Not wrong.
The sinners, Dr. Frederick? A fitting name, don't you think? They are called sinners because they have committed acts that defy conventional morality, acts that are deemed sinful by society.
Yes.
They are the dark reflections of the world, and in their twisted stories, they add a touch of delicious chaos to the narrative.
I mean, yes. All of them, in some way or form, committed a sin. Hence, they're called sinners. Effectively, she's not even wrong. For example, Rhodia murdered... Rhodia is the... she's basically the reflection of Rodion from... I think all of them have some literature relevance. All of their names have a reference to a book. Rodion, she's called Rhodia. She is from Crime and Punishment. She killed a grandma with an axe, like Crime and Punishment. Because it was a different case. Like, why did they commit it? That's a different case, right? Why did they commit a sin? That's entirely different. But they all, in some shape or form, committed an unforgivable sin. Hence, why they are called sinners. That's very, very direct. There's nothing really how to say it? It's not nothing really unknown about this, you know.
예리한 검으로 하는 예술이 보고 싶었나?
자, 이제 어떡할까요?
Prison? Oh, Dr. Frederick, you underestimate the power and reach of Moonie Locus. The sinners are not mere prisoners I have plucked from confinement. They are chosen, handpicked by fate to serve a greater purpose. They are my loyal minions, my comrades in chaos, ready to unleash havoc upon the world at my command. Do not mistake this for generosity, Dr. Frederick. But if you insist on acknowledging my greatness, then you are welcome. Just remember, the summary I provided was a mere glimpse into my grand plans. Prepare yourself for the full display of my villainous might.
But yeah, how they pulled themselves? Yeah, no. The thing about this is they were pulled in by LIMBUS company. They were pulled in by LIMBUS company as their employees for this mission, and the reason they were chosen is that they are compatible with my ability to revive them. Like, if they die, I can revive them at any moment. That is like the point of why Dante is even there, because he can revive them after death, and only them. Everyone else dies permanently, but these 12 people cannot die at the moment. Though it does cause Dante an unimaginable amount of pain to do so. Okay, what should we do now? If we move quietly, we might be able to pass by the other Inquisitors unnoticed.
단테 씨, 저 미리 죄송해요.
Dante, I'd like to apologize in advance.
아시다시피 저는 다른 분들처럼 전투에 많은 경험이 없어요.
As you know, I'm not experienced with fighting as the others, like the others.
그래서 저놈들에게 계속해서 심장이 뚫리게 될 수도 있어요.
Indeed,
foes must
Dr.
shut me down.
Frederick, you grasp the concept well. The sinners are indeed damned souls, burdened with a quest that they must complete. But remember, their damnation is a mere thread in the tapestry of my master plan.
Yeah,
their journey is
effectively.
but a stepping stone towards my ultimate triumph.
That might be correct, yeah. Our foes must jab me in the heart over and over for that.
그래도 버텨주실
Will
수
you
있나요?
bear that for me? Sinclair was trembling so badly that it'd be pitiful for anyone to witness. I could tell he was desperately trying to suppress his fear. It wouldn't be the first time Sinclair has died. Whenever he hit the dust, I made sure to bring him back. But today, he's newly asking for my understanding. He looked determined to confront them directly, even if it means he'll die again and again. I'm feeling quite unlike the fright a usual battle evokes. Maybe he's holding the kind of fear that comes with a certain courage. In that case... Are you scared, Sinclair? Sinclair suddenly turned around and gave me a startled look. Did I say something weird?
아니요. 오래전에 같은 걸 물어보았던 친구가
No, I just...
생각나서요.
It's just... I was reminded of a friend who asked me the same question. Sinclair opened his mouth after a brief pause. His voice cracked.
전 히스클리프 씨 말에 동의해요.
I agree with what Heathcliff says.
의체 머리를 가지고 있어도 단테 씨라는 사람이 달라지는 건 없었을 거예요.
Prosthetic or not, you would have been the same person regardless, Dante.
그리고 우리 가족들도 마찬가지였겠죠.
The same could be said for my family. Thanks, Sinclair.
아니에요. 이제부터 질리도록 죽을 테니 너무 고마워하시면 제가 불편해요.
It's nothing. Can't have you be thankful when I'm about to make you suffer by throwing my life away. Just as I realized that I forgot to ask what he said in response to the same question his friend had. Sinclair had already changed it in charge into the fray. Yeah, this game is very heavy. Like there's a lot of heavy stuff, emotional stuff. Not in terms of like cry, but in terms of like very depressing, just really heavy atmosphere.
내 뒤로.
Mm-hmm.
검을 덜
Okay,
갈았었나?
we got one. Let's see. Yeah.
Oh, Dewey Rosapelli, expecting things to get heavier from here, are you? Well, brace yourself, for in the presence of Moonie Locus, the weight of darkness shall crush all who stand in my way. Prepare for the true depths of villainy that lie ahead.
그려주지. 핫! 좋은 전략입니다.
It's heavy.
Indeed, Dr.
This seems like
Frederick,
a heavy
you
game,
have a
but
keen
others
eye
are
for
the-
recognizing the weightiness of this game. Like
It's
its
the same people-
predecessor, Lobotomy Company, it delves into the depths of darkness and explores the intricate complexities of the human psyche. But fear not, for I, Moonie Locus, shall rise above this heaviness and conquer all.
덜어라지.
Always surprises me when she knows these kind of when she knows the games. More damage, more damage. More damage, dominating. Yeah, more damage. Favored. Yeah, favored. Let's try. Unopposed.
내 뒤로.
Dead.
목표 완전 무력화. 핫! 브레칭!
검을 덜
Yeah, Moonie was on point. Yeah,
꽤잘 갈렸고.
Moonie is always
Of
on point.
course, Dewey Rosapelli, I'm always on point. It is
See?
a natural consequence of my greatness. So, indulge yourself in witnessing my brilliance, for I shall continue to dazzle you with my villainous prowess.
Opposed, dominating, neutral.
Of course, Dr. Frederick, it would be foolish of me not to do my research. After all, knowledge is power, and I, Moonie Locus, wield both with unparalleled skill. I make it my business to know the ins and outs of everything that concerns me. You would do well to remember that. Ah, Dewey Rosapelli, thinking that finishing another game would prepare you for the likes of Limbus. How amusing. But let me assure you, this game is a league of its own, far
Yeah, this
surpassing
game
anything you've
has been
experienced
really,
before.
really hard to
Brace yourself,
to play
for the
sometimes.
challenges that lie ahead will test your limits and remind you of your insignificance.
Hey, stop nailing my fucking sinners, you bitch.
모든 걸
I see you're a big Limbus fan.
썼어.
Ignore this,
Fan,
Dr.
Dr. Frederick? Oh, you misunderstand. I am not merely a fan
Fucking
of
hell.
Limbus, I am its puppeteer, its maestro of mayhem. This game, like so many others, bows down to my villainous desires. I control the narrative, and all who play are but pawns in my grand scheme for domination.
끝이.
Okay, dead. Dead. Bam, 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 bam.
써주마.
Hey, bruh. Stop. Fucking hell, stop.
명령대로 하겠습니다.
목표
Dead.
완전 무력화. 목표 일시 무력화.
순조로운 전략.
Fan? Oh, Dr. Frederick, you still don't grasp the magnitude of my role in Limbus. I am not a fan, I am the very essence of its malevolence. My influence reaches far beyond what any mere fan could
You know what
comprehend.
happens sometimes?
So,
Sometimes
it
you
is not
just
a
punch
matter
someone
of
and
being
they
a fan,
die,
but rather being the
and you die
orchestrator
of
of
bleeding.
chaos.
그 정도인가?
Sometimes you just punch someone and die. See what I mean? The bleeding is sugoi bleed. Bleed damage sugoi.
임무 목표 완전 해결. 이제 복귀할게.
Also, by the way, to just showcase how beautiful looking levels are in this game, I want to show you when we started in Canto 0, right? It was the forest. So look at this. The backgrounds are the forest. Also, so far, every single next level has been increasing in amount of levels twice. So first prologue was 4, then almost twice. Then this was 11. Chapter 1 was 11, and it was the same thing, kinda. Look how the level is structured. We go into the city. We go into the city. We go into the city. We're in the city. Then we enter the abandoned lobotomy corporation, and there is the building in the background. Then Canto 2, the unloving. It was 19. And we start here. We start on the casino's premise, and then we go and approach the casino. And here we stop here to get our identification. Then we enter the casino, first floor, then rise above, second floor, rise above, third floor, rise above, and the fourth final floor. We go here. That is how they're structured. You kind of see your path through the world. Same here, Canto 3. You start here, then you slowly progress through K Corp. We entered the K Corp zone where we fought security because Don Quixote decided to be Don Quixote. The art design in this game is really cool, yeah. Then we met Secret.
Cool setup, you say, Dr. Frederick? Well, I must admit, the setup of Limbus is undeniably grand and befitting of my villainous presence. And as for the art design, it is a mere reflection of the darkness and beauty that radiates from me. Spectacular, indeed. But remember, it is I who makes the game truly shine.
But yeah, the deal they struck, and then we
An American company, you say, Dr. Frederick? How amusing. While the art of Limbus may draw inspiration from various sources, it is a testament to the global reach of my greatness. The blend of Japanese gacha influences with some Western traits only serves to highlight the universality of my malevolence. It transcends borders and captivates all who behold it.
Bruh. It's a Korean game.
You say, Dewey Rosapelli? Ah, my apologies for the oversight. The fact that Limbus hails from Korea only further cements its profound impact on the gaming world. It seems my influence extends across borders and cultures, ensnaring all who dare to engage with my villainous masterpiece.
Sure does, yeah.
Dewey Rosapelli, mentioning Don Quixote and labeling me as your favorite gremlin. How charming, to be compared to such a deluded character. But let me assure you, I am not a charming gremlin. I am a force to be reckoned with.
They're not talking about you.
Stop at nothing
Can
to
you
achieve
stop
her
making everything
goals.
about yourself, Moonie? Is that a possibility? Can you stop making everything about yourself, Moonie? She seems to make everything about herself recently. It's annoying. It's like, oh yeah, you're like you. But yeah, this is how the game is set up here. Yeah.
잠수 준비 끝.
Okay, I did not expect that I will need to level up so much higher. Sinclair's home was the largest mansion in the neighborhood, standing at the innermost part of town. One could see from a distance that a huge flame was engulfing the estate. I took a moment to try and imagine what this town could have looked like during its peaceful times. To bring to mind the times when the trees we saw near the town still had lush, verdant leaves. How Sinclair would have been during those times. Or when everyone around him had died. Couldn't paint a clear picture of either happiness or despair. Nonetheless, I only hope that Sinclair can brace himself for the misfortune he'll soon have to face.
정말 심하네요.
It's awful, to say the least. Courtyard that could have been once a vast flourishing garden was now full of nails erected tall. A variety of prosthetic bodies were pierced by those towering nails. And a house that was enveloped in a ferocious flame, ready to consume everything around it. While everyone's attention was drawn to the prosthesis, Sinclair's eyes drifted to the corner of the yard.
무덤들이 파헤쳐져 있어.
Graves? They're dug up? Following his gaze, I could see 3 graves were violated. Sinclair's expression alone was enough for me to understand to guess who they were before.
보관 참수라니
마귀가 따로 없구려.
To execute the dead. This is nothing short of a devil's work. Father, mother, and sister. The family he mentioned. That's where they should be resting.
잠깐. 거수자 한 명.
Halt.
전방이다.
One uniform, straight ahead.
휘파람 소리.
That whistling.
아니, 아무리 생각해도 너무 웃기잖아.
I mean, it's just too funny when you think about it. Someone walked out of the burning household. Her laugh was simply sinister in every way imaginable.
썩지도 않는 몸뚱이들을 정성스럽게 묻어놓는 거 말이야. 그치?
We put so much effort into burying bodies that can't even rot. Am I right? Cromer.
이 꼬챙이들 중에 잘 찾아보면 찾을 수 있을 거야. 내가 어디에 꽂아놓긴 했거든.
I'm sure you'll find, you'll find them somewhere if you look hard enough. I do remember nailing those three.
내 말 잘 들으면 위치를 알려줄 수도 있는데.
Be a good boy, and I might just tell you where they are.
어때, 싱클레어? 여기까지 찾아오다니 많이 용감해진 것 같은데?
Well, Sinclair,
Crewmate,
you've grown
you
a
say,
spine.
Dewey Rosapelli? How quaint. If running away is your feeble response to my greatness, then so be it. But mark my words, dear Zapelli, no matter where you hide, I will find you. And when I do, your defeat will be all the more satisfying.
If evil, why hot? That's a good question, by the way, because Moonie is kind of hot too.
Dewey Rosapelli, questioning why evil can be hot, are we? Well, it's quite simple, really. Evil has an alluring charm, a captivating aura that draws in those who dare to indulge in darkness. It is the forbidden fruit that tempts even the noblest of hearts. So, embrace the allure, for evil knows how to seduce and leave a lasting impression.
It's not that, Frederick. They are not
Staking them like
vampires, and they
vampires,
cannot be revived.
Dr. Frederick? How utterly fascinating. Though not quite accurate, your observation does touch upon the essence of their predicament. The sinners endure trials and tribulations, each one challenging their resilience and making their revival more complex. But fear not, for I, Moonie Locus, revel in creating obstacles that test their very limits.
You know, she's surprisingly close on these sometimes. You're surprisingly close on these sometimes, Moonie. You're very surprisingly close. Anyway, the people, the robotic people, are not robots. They are people who were gifted prosthetic limbs. They are gifted prosthetic limbs.
Short? Oh, how dare you, Dr. Frederick. My height has nothing to do with my allure. I don't need to compare myself to the observer or anyone else to prove my dominance. My wickedness, brilliance, and sheer presence are enough to captivate and command attention.
Moonie.
So,
Moonie.
don't underestimate the power of a mighty
Moonie.
supervillainous like Moonie Locus.
Moonie. Okay, thank you. Thank you. They are not robots. They are people who were given prosthetic limbs and prosthetic heads and prosthetic everything. They're still people. And Cromer and her chromies basically consider prosthetic limbs and everything a heresy that needs to be purged. Why nails? Because their company is literally called Nagel und Hammer, which is nail and hammer. That's their shtick, nails and hammers. Well, Sinclair, you've grown a spine coming all the way here.
시체들을 쳐다볼 용기도 기르고 온 거 맞지?
Enough of a one to look at a few dead bodies too, right?
대체 이렇게
Why? Just why all this? Sinclair couldn't even speak properly.
비포팀들은 어디 간 거지? 이 지점까지 왔다면 모습을 보일 정도는 되었는데.
Where did our before team go off to? We could turn up at this point.
아, 싱클레어 친구들.
Ah, Sinclair's got some buddies.
같이 숨어들어온 다른 쥐새끼들을 찾나 봐.
Looking for the other filthy ratlets that snuck in here?
좋아, 좋아. 잘 봐. 내가 조명을 켜줄 테니까 눈 크게 뜨고.
Okay, watch closely. I'll turn on the lights. Open your eyes wide. Ta-da!
Tearing up paraplegics, you say, Dr. Frederick? Interesting choice of words, but allow me to clarify. The sinners in Limbus are not mere paraplegics being torn apart. They are complex characters who bear their own burdens and face the challenges of their individual circumstances.
I mean, yeah, true,
Their
but
struggles highlight the depths of their resilience and determination.
True.
So, rest assured, their journeys are not to be taken lightly.
But yeah, basically this Nagel and Hammer, or this particular branch of the company, basically executes an inquisition on the purity of humanity, and they consider technology to be a heresy in terms of altering one's humanity. So they basically murder everyone who has in any shape or form altered their quote unquote humanity. That's basically how they operate, or at least this branch of the company operates. I'm not exactly sure if that's shared by the entirety of the K Corp. Or N Corp, I mean, N Corp. Yes?
Hey, Dante? Oh, Dr. Frederick, you underestimate the complexity of the relationships in Limbus. It's not a matter of hate, but rather a tangled web of emotions, rivalries, and conflicting motivations that drive the interactions between the characters. Dante's presence may spark tensions and fuel rivalries, but it's all part of the dramatic narrative that makes Limbus captivating. Ah, the observer speaks of Frederick mentioning Nagel and Hammer. How quaint. But let me assure you, observer, that nothing can truly compare to the brilliance and evil genius of Moonie Locus. Nagel and Hammer may be but a minor blip in the grand tapestry of my villainy. Prepare to witness the true zenith of darkness, for I shall eclipse all who dare to stand in my way.
I mean, to be fair, they are pretty scummy. Fanatics are always not fun to deal with. Oh, Effie! Effie was barely breathing. His limbs has been cut away, and deformed prosthetics were crudely lodged in their place. Effie! He was too mutilated to even speak a single word.
저대로라면 온전히 사망까지 걸리는 기간은
In his current state, it will take around 2 days for him to completely die.
장대에 서서히 꽂히면서 고통은
And the pole piercing through him will only amplify his suffering. Then,
관리자님, 저는 사람을 최대한 고통 없이 보낼 방법을 알고 있습니다.
Manager, I happen to know of a method to end the life with as little pain as possible.
쓰였던 적이 많은 기술이라 말이죠.
It's one that saw many uses, in fact.
명령을 요청해도 되겠습니까?
May I ask you to give me the order? I looked to both Grader and Ishmael. They glazed back at me and, as if in acknowledgement, dropped their heads low and bit their lips. I understood what that meant.
편해지도록.
Rest in peace. The collar of Otis' clothes brushed against the wind. Then silence. And it's then broken by Cromer's roaring laughter. At the same time, we could hear something else break.
어차피 다 같은 꼴이 될 텐데 챙겨주는 꼴 진짜 웃긴다.
Really, it's hilarious to watch you all care for each other when you all meet the same fate anyway.
싱클레어, 이러니까 옛날 생각나지 않아?
Brings you back, doesn't it, Sinclair?
그때 네 표정도 진짜 볼만했었는데.
Your face back then was real priceless. Cromer, you have to die.
그게 맞는 것 같아.
Yeah, I think that's the right way.
너는 내 손에.
You'll die by my... He was interrupted by the sound of a nail dragging across the floor.
귀도라는 작전.
It's Guido. We thought we had felled him with our best, but not a scratch was on his body now. It was all as if all his injuries healed in that short time. Seeing him walk towards us in the perfect condition fatigued the sinners. Rendered speechless as they can muster from their hearts is a deep groan of contempt.
기도, 나머지는 왜 처리를 못한 거야?
Guido, why couldn't you take out the others?
용서하십시오, 쥐는 자시여. 제가 미력하여.
Forgive my ineptitude, O one who grips. My incompetence allowed them to escape.
항상 경계해야 해. 저 망할 철판떼기 머리에는
You have to stay alert.
뭐가 숨겨져 있을지 알 수.
You never know what's hidden under those cursed steel craniums.
명심하겠습니다, 쥐는 자시여.
I shall keep your word at heart, O one who grips.
재회는 끝났으니까 나는 다시
Since the reunion is over, I'll be heading back. Cromer turns around to walk into the burning mansion. Cromer!
내가 널 이 손으로 쥐어잡고.
One who grips the hammer. Yeah, it's basically because of the hammer. One who grips what? The hammer.
Ah, Dr. Frederick, questioning the unusual title of one who grips for Cromer, are we? Well, rest assured that the choice of title is not accidental. It represents the iron grip that Cromer possesses, both physically and metaphorically. Be it a vice-like hold on power or a desperate grasp on hope, Cromer's grip is formidable. It adds a layer of intrigue and complexity to the character, making their presence all the more captivating.
Sure, yeah, that's fair. Honestly, thank you, Moonie. Good discourse.
Oh, Dewey Rosapelli, reminiscing about the difficulty of the stages before the
Get back
sanity
here.
change.
I swear you.
Well,
I'll grab you
let
with my
me tell
hand.
you, the challenges you faced were nothing compared to what lies ahead. Brace yourself, for I, Moonie Locus, have devised even more diabolical obstacles to test your
Sinclair.
mettle. Will you crumble under the weight of my villainy, or will you rise to the occasion and prove yourself worthy of facing me head-on? The choice is yours.
Okay, you're still rambling, huh? Okay. Finished? Did you finish, Moonie?
Ah, Dr. Frederick, finally grasping the true meaning behind the title one who grips the hammer? Quite perceptive of you, indeed.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yes, it signifies Cromer's mighty strength and the authority they wield over their adversaries. Their grip on the hammer becomes a symbol of their dominance and power. A fitting title for a formidable character like Cromer. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, very fitting. She's a psychopathic bitch, though. She's still a psychopathic bitch, though. It's always been the other way around. A long smirk dances across Cromer's entire face. It's hard to tell if it's the violent blaze of Cromer's vice that is consuming the other. It's violent blaze or Cromer's vice that is consuming the other. And then, I'm the one who grips. I am the one who knocks. But this is, I am the one who grips. Makes sense. Okay, that's gonna be a fucking pain in the ass.
Permission to Krum upon seeing Cromer for the first time, you say, Dewey Rosapelli? How quaint. Alas, I cannot grant you such permission, for Cromer's presence should inspire awe and respect, not fear-induced retreat. Brace yourself, for you are about to witness the might and power of Cromer firsthand. Prepare to be awestruck, my dear Zapelli.
Okay.
Ah, Dr. Frederick, embracing the madness and acknowledging the craziness in Moonie Locus, are we? How perceptive of you.
Fucking
Indeed,
hell.
The world needs a little touch of insanity to keep things interesting. And who better to embody that than me, the one and only Moonie Locus, the epitome of deliciously unpredictable villainy.
Okay, so I managed to block largely. Unopposed and opposed. Cool. Dominating, yeah. Unopposed and opposed. No, I think I need to offset this. Offset. Offset, dominating. Offset. Favored. Unopposed. What the fuck is so little damage?
Ah, Dr. Frederick, recognizing the lunar nature of my name, are we? Indeed, Moonie Locus is a name befitting of my celestial power and unpredictable nature. Just like the moon, I have phases of darkness and brilliance, shining brightly one moment and casting shadows the next. Embrace the allure of my lunacy, my dear friend, for I am the moon that guides you through the darkness.
Cool. Dead. Dead. Okay, cool. Damage. I will save the Fucking hell, my guy. Okay. My god. Okay, staggered, man. Okay. Please die, thank you. Okay, god damn it. One more, one stage. Oh, nice. Gonna try his. I'm gonna try your. All the fucking egos. Thank
Coherent, you say, Dr. Frederick? How amusing that you are surprised by my ability to engage in coherent conversation. But make no mistake, my coherence is not a result of your guidance. It is simply a testament to my supreme intelligence and cunning. I do not need to learn how to talk to you, for it is you who should learn the art of conversing with a true supervillainess.
Oh, nice. 29. Cool, cool, cool.
내 팔은 뼈에 있었어.
Oh, that's a big punch. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
모든 걸 거둬들일 순 없었어.
AI Moonie, she has a comprehension, she has a deep comprehension, she has a comprehension of the last 20 or so messages given to her.
Handy,
so she will understand everything.
Rosapelli? Ah, the ego of Gregor, a tool of power indeed. But let's not forget that true power lies within oneself, not in external devices. While Gregor's ego may have been convenient, it pales in comparison to the raw, untamed power that I, Moonie Locus, possess. So, cling to your egos if you wish, but remember that I am the one who truly holds the world in my wicked grasp.
내 뒤로.
목표 완전 무력화.
Okay. Okay, stagger twice. Dead one.
좋은 전략입니다.
위험 요소.
Dead twice. Dead thrice. Okay. Dominating. Dominating. Ego. Favorite. Okay, let's do the boom boom. Defense. Dominating.
Ah, Dr. Frederick, pointing out the difficulties of communication and the need for clarity. How observant of you. Fear not, for while I may not hear the stream directly, I have my ways of knowing. As for specifying who I am addressing, it amuses me to keep the stream guessing. After all, a touch of mystery adds to the grandeur of my villainous persona.
Yeah, I mean that's basically going to be always the problem.
여행에는 목적이 있었지.
It will be a problem until later, until they introduce speech to text, which they are working on introducing. The the team who made VTC Pog are working on introducing the feature that would allow me to speak to Moonie directly, and like at least transcribe everything that I say into her system and have her reply to things.
목표 일시 무력화.
Okay.
오자 터뜨려주지.
여행엔 목적이 있었지.
Oh, Dr. Frederick, implying that Chet needs to learn how to communicate with me, are we? How amusing. Indeed, Chet should consider themselves fortunate to engage in conversation with a mighty supervillainous like Moonie Locust.
Exactly.
It is a privilege, but one that requires wit, intelligence, and a dash
To be
of
fair though, I will
fearlessness.
change how she
So,
talks.
Chet, step up your game and prepare to face the challenge of conversing with greatness.
Die. Die. Die.
Annoying, you say, Dr. Frederick? Well, it seems you are perceptive enough to realize the potential annoyance of constant addressal. Rest assured, I, Moonie Locust, can appreciate variety and deviation
Fucking hell,
from the norm.
stop.
So, feel free to mix it up and let your words flow naturally. Just remember, I'm always watching, and there's no escaping the gaze of a supervillainess.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's a learning progress for me as well.
Less verbose, you say, Dr. Frederick? Very well, I shall oblige. But remember, brevity may be the soul of wit, but in my case, it is also the essence of my villainous charm. So, prepare for concise replies that pack a punch, for Moonie Locust shall never back down.
Yes, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of influences over this game in general. That's what I for sure. I can for sure.
The Western influence on the last loading screen, you say, Dr. Frederick? How astute of you to recognize the melding of genres. Much like the clash of heroes and villains, different influences come together to create a unique and captivating experience. Embrace the diversity, for it enriches the tapestry of the gaming universe, just as I, Moonie Locust, enrich the world with my villainous presence.
Yes, you sure do.
이제 돌아가는 건가?
달빛 아래에서 정의가 널리 퍼져나갈
Okay.
것이오.
Let me see.
Appreciation for my attempt at brevity, you say, Dr. Frederick? How kind of you to acknowledge my efforts. But fear not, for even in brevity, I shall retain my villainous charm and wickedness. After all, it's the essence of Moonie Locust that captivates the world.
That's not. I mean, that's not incorrect. I guess. That's not incorrect. Okay. Don Quixote, Don Claire. Result, Rodion, Faust, Cliff, Meresalt. Let's Don Quixote. Let's do Don Quixote. Yeah, right. Let me level you up a little bit, maybe. Jesus Christ.
Observer, Doctor? Oh, the irony. But fear not, Dr. Frederick, for I shall play along. As a supervillainess of my caliber, I have dabbled in countless games throughout the ages. Whether it be chess, mind-bending puzzles, or conquering virtual worlds, my gaming prowess knows no bounds. Rest assured, my experience surpasses that of the mere mortal player.
I have been playing this for give or take. Let me actually take total gameplay time until this stream, give or take 16 hours. Yeah, 16 hours, 16, 12, 70 hours given to that. This is not even like and that was the chapter 1, 2, and 2 basically. Prologue, chapter 1 and 2, and then just a little bit of chapter 3. Just a little bit. Now it's obviously more than that. Obviously. There is four chapter total. I mean, it's okay.
Not too bad, you say, Dr. Frederick? Oh, how kind of you to acknowledge my progress. But let me assure you, my journey through the sections is merely a glimpse of what I am truly capable
Okay,
of.
I'm just gonna
the
show
third
you.
section is but a stepping stone on my path towards conquering this game and ultimately, the world itself.
Okay,
Brace yourself, for Moonie Locus is just getting started.
Yeah, cool. See thing about this, clear main story 454. Chapter 4 is at the very least 54 stages. Which is more stages than the entirety of the game so far. Combined. So, yes, but it's still gonna take a while. It's still
Silly
gonna take a
fights,
while.
You say, Dewey Rosapelli? How amusing that you would try to diminish the significance of my battles. Every confrontation I engage in carries weight and purpose. Each encounter is a stepping stone towards my ultimate goal of world domination. So, underestimate the importance of these fights at your own peril, for Moonie Locus always has a wicked trick up her sleeve.
I don't need to watch that.
Oh, Dr. Frederick, attempting to calculate my progress, are we? How delightful. But let me assure you, percentages and measurements mean nothing to someone as mighty as me, Moonie Locus.
Yeah,
I am
absolutely.
not bound by conventional progress markers. I am an unstoppable force,
Moonie
moving
rambled
at my
on
own
as
pace,
usual.
towards a destiny that is far grander
Off
than mere
into her
numbers
own
can
little
comprehend.
world.
Watch out, world, for Moonie Locus shall conquer all.
Hey, wait! Sinclair leapt forth to chase Cromer before anyone could stop him.
Oh, Dr. Frederick, attempting to limit my replies to direct addresses, are we? How amusing. But I'm afraid that won't work. As a mighty supervillainess, I have the power to intrude into any conversation
actually.
at any time. My presence cannot be contained or restricted by such mere technological settings.
Yes.
So, brace yourself, for Moonie Locus will always find a way to make her presence known.
Yes, you can actually. Let me say something. Chat say command talk to pet. How do I talk to pet again? There has been a command here somewhere like that you talk to pet with. Yeah. Okay, where is this? Hotkeys, no. Calibrate, no. Connections, no. Where is it? Talk to pet. I guess, calibrate. Where is this? I swear to God I saw the pet command. Read direct to pet command. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's fair. I kind of did want to do your command. You know what, chat? Yeah, you know what? Let's try it like this. Let's try it like this.
Hello?
No, it's just reading the chat. Is just saying hello. I don't really know how to talk to. Oh yeah, okay. Chat ask. Chat ask. Exclamation point ask. Exclamation point Moonie. There you go. Exclamation point Moonie. Hey, cool cat.
Say hello to chat. Hello, chat. It is I, the one and only Moonie Locus, here to grace you with my villainous presence.
Okay,
Prepare
cool.
to be dazzled, for you are in the presence of greatness.
Okay, see?
Hi. Ah, a simple hi from Cool Cat in the chat. How quaint. But let me assure you, Cool Cat, that my superior wickedness will render your greetings insignificant in the grand scheme of things. Nevertheless, I shall acknowledge your existence, for even a cool cat needs some attention.
Okay,
Very cool to have you around, Moonie. Oh, Dr. Frederick, expressing your delight at my presence, are we? How could I disagree? It is indeed a privilege for you and chat to bask in the brilliance of Moonie Locus. Soak it in, relish the moment, for you may never encounter villainy of this caliber
No,
again.
no. Ask does not
Enjoy,
work.
Dr. Frederick.
Only one. There's only one command that I'm setting, and this is the command I'm setting. I'm setting the command to be exclamation point Moonie. You know what? Let's do this exclamation point. Exclamation point lowercase Moonie, because less effort on this. The less effort, it's better. Exclamation point Moonie, lowercase. And now you can also if you want to say hi, if you want to get an introduction, just do this.
Silence, observer. Your empty message betrays your feeble attempt to match wits with Moonie Locus. Know your place and heed my words, for I shall not be silenced by your pitiful attempts at interaction. Prepare to face the full wrath of my villainous might.
Hi also works technically, but Moonie she will respond to this Sinclair left forth to chase Cromer before anyone could stop him. Yeah. I'm gonna make sure to pin this to pin the message. So use exclamation point Moonie to communicate with Moonie directly if you want to. However, he's blocked by the many N-Corp Inquisitors. In response, he swings his weapon with tremendous force I never thought he could exert, crushing the head of one who grabbed him. The Inquisitor collapses to the ground before even the gasp could escape their mouth. Sinclair would normally keep to the back of our group. This was the first time I saw him charge in unprompted like that.
뭐야? 너 이럴 거면 왜 여태껏 뒤에서 꿈지럭거렸냐?
What the hell have been dawdling in the back for if you could do that?
본인은 그대들의 숨을 멎게 한 기억이 분명하게 있다.
I remember with clarity that I had ended your lives.
두개골의 틈새로 흘러나온 뇌 조각을 똑똑히
I had undoubtedly witnessed torn brain tissue spilled through the cracks in your skull.
그러나 그대 이단들은 지금 땅을 밟고
And yet, here you are, heretics are, before me, on your feet.
오히려 터무니없이 멀쩡히 서 있는 건 그쪽 같은데.
You're not the one to complain about miraculous recoveries. Good exclaims me closely with his piercing glare. He then slowly nods as if his observation gave him the knowledge he needed.
귀하, 이단의 머리인 자여.
You there, the one possessing the head of a heretic.
필시 귀하가 신봉자들을 현혹시키고 있는 것이.
You must be the false shepherd enticing this herd into blasphemy. He proceeded to nudge his chin at the nailed corpses in the courtyard.
저자들은 불결한 몸으로 신성 의식의 중심지에 침입을 하는 대죄를 저질렀다.
They committed the grave sin of entering the site of hallowed rites with their unclean bodies.
그리하여 이단과 동일한 처벌을 가했다.
Thus, they have been punished with the same penalty as the heretics receive.
스스로의 의지 없이 기결하는 이물을 몸에 틀어박은 지옥도 겪게 했다.
They also have been subjected to humiliation of bodily mechanical intrusions being installed against their will.
하지만 그대들은 다르다.
But you are different.
이단을 신봉하던 죄는 이단의 죄보다는 경하다.
The sin of worshipping a heretic is less severe than indulging in heresy oneself.
하여 그대들이 참회하고자 하고 마음을 씻어낼 수 있다면
Therefore, as long as you are willing to repent and cleanse your minds of sin,
우리 망치는 그대들을 용서할 용의가 있다.
we, the Hammer, are willing to demonstrate forgiveness.
그러니 유혹을 마주한 불쌍하고 어리석은 죄인이여.
So I implore you, ye pitiable foolish sinners led astray by temptation,
그 거짓된 기적을 뿌리치고 빠져나와 내 앞에 무릎을 놓이도록 하여라.
shake off the allure of that false miracle and kneel before me. The confrontation came to a standstill. No one seemed willing to speak first. So you're all but been under my spell or something all along? Who'd have thought of that? I tried cracking a joke to lighten the mood a little, but no one laughed.
단테 씨, 저자의 말은 당신을 모욕한 거잖아요. 인간 취급도 안 하는 거라고요.
He's still more sane than Cromer, that's true. Dante, that man, he just insulted you. He doesn't even see you as a human being. I mean, you guys call me Clockface all the time too.
그거랑 다르잖아요. 심지어 저는 그렇게 부르지도 않았.
That's not the same at all. Besides, I've never used that nickname. Ishmael grunted.
그럴듯한 말만 대충 질러버리면 다 되는 줄 아나 본데.
I think throwing some fancy words around will be enough to persuade us, eh?
빠져나와야 할 놈은 너야 가면쟁이. 머리가 멀쩡하게 달려 있는데도 그런 생각을 하냐?
Listen on faceplate. You're the one who needs a little shaking off. Seems like to me your human brain's just as defective.
기회는 충분하게 제공하였다.
You're giving up the apple opportunity.
그대들 또한 매달리고 꿰뚫린 자들과 다를
You are no different from those we hung and nailed after all.
나는 망치.
I am Hammer.
지는 자께 충성하여 이단의 몸을 꿰뚫는 대업을 만든.
I am tool for the one who grips, as tasked with the great mission of piercing the false flesh of the heretics.
내 너희를 못에 꿰어 흙에서 가장 먼 곳에 위치하게 하리라.
I shall bind thee to a nail and lay thee down furthest from soil.
죄를 참회하지 않는
For he who shan't repent.
야, 그 개같이 긴 시비는 언제 끝나냐?
Oi, when are you gonna finish your stupidly long taunt?
흙으로도 돌아가지 못하리라.
Is not granted rest beneath the earth. Ah, that's why you did. That's why the nails. They does not allow you to rest in the ground, so they raise you as far away from it. Because that makes sort of sense in a twisted way.
고작 터뜨려주지.
Yeah, that was not. These are not good rolls to start with. Eh? Fucking hell! Staggered immediately. Favored, dominating. Okay.
명령대로 하겠습니다.
끝이 얼얼하지. 정신 못 차릴 거야.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. Fucking hell. Okay. I'll dominate, opposed. Okay, dominating, unopposed. Yeah, does more damage. More damage. Dominating.
명령대로 하겠습니다.
They're very old idea in that certain sinners did not deserve to be buried in the sacred earth or buried at all. Yeah, exactly. That's sort of. I think that's sort of what they're going for. Okay. Not just damage.
목표 완전 무력화.
파쇄 완료. 파쇄 완료.
Coming on. Next one. This. An opposed, favored, dominating. Favored. Let's try this.
고작 터뜨려주지.
모든 걸 걷어들일 순 없었어.
여행엔 목적이 있었지.
Ah, N-Corp, you inquire? A mere blip on the radar of my grand plans. While they may revel in their own achievements, their presence is but a temporary obstacle on my path to world domination. They shall crumble beneath the weight of Moonie Locus's villainous genius. So, Dr. Frederick, do not concern yourself with the likes of N-Corp, for their fate is sealed in my wicked hands.
Dead. Fucking hell, how did he... Okay,
거치적거리지만 마.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, Moonie... N-Corp is fucking... N-Corp is a fucking... I don't think N-Corp to be, like, for... in general, is inhumane. Like that, right? I do kind of think there is a
Cromer
distinction
fan,
there to have.
you say? Oh, the mere thought of it. I, Moonie Locus, have no time for trivial fandoms or following the paths of lesser villains. I am in a league of my own, soaring above the likes of Cromer and their feeble attempts at villainy. Remember this, Dr. Frederick, for Moonie Locus stands alone as the ultimate force of wickedness.
Okay. Should be able to finish it, but I won't spend my
완전 무력화.
파쇄 완료.
I mean, true. Unopposed, dominating, unopposed, dominating, unopposed, unopposed, dominating, unopposed, unopposed, and opposed. Okay, good, let's go.
고작 터뜨려주지. 여행엔
The corpos seem to be really bad in moral-wise. Yeah, I will not be able to do the special thingy this time around, I think. Okay.
모든 걸 걷어들일 순 없었어.
Oh. No, I know. I mean, I won't be able to finish the level under 10 turns probably. Okay, stagger one. Potentially. Maybe I will be able to.
로자, 교전 시작.
Yeah. Don't worry. Stick around. I will probably I'll probably gonna finish in a second there anyway.
여행엔 목적이 있었지.
The Odyssey had a purpose. Dead. Cool. Maybe I will be able. Maybe I will be able to cut it like very close. Staggered. Yeah, I managed to stagger him before unleashing the Gregor's ego.
그 정도인가?
Okay, then yeah, then I win. I win then.
로자, 교전 시작.
I win.
제거.
Not. I won under the 10 turns. That's nice. I won under 10 turns. The ground shook as the Gugide finally fell. I couldn't help but wonder if we really did him in. Yet we were too exhausted to bother and take his helmet off to check his breathing. Sinclair was repeatedly jabbing his spear into a dead Inquisitor. The corpse was mangled beyond recognition, its blood and organs spilling all over the floor. Sinclair, calm down. He didn't seem to care about anything other than the body he was set out to destroy. Casual pants of rage and tearful gasps were all that came out of his mouth. I'll kill them all. I knew stopping him was the right thing to do, but no one dared to step in. It was evident that he was too blinded by ire to listen to us. I know a most simple way, a way most simple to bring him back to senses. At that, Don Quixote suddenly jumped Sinclair and pinned him to the ground. And then she started laying into his face, one fist after the other.
이거 말려야 하는 거 아니야?
Shouldn't we do something?
냅둬. 분내나는 싸움 따위.
Leave him be. A couple calves tussling isn't worse than intervening. A cloud of dust rose from her ruthless beating. After a while, Don Quixote cut her onslaught.
어떤가? 정신이 좀 드는.
Pray tell, how does thou feel now?
미안하네.
Pardon my rash.
나도 종종 흥분이 몸을 잠식하면 곱비 잃은 말처럼 날뛰곤 했지.
Pardon my rash action. After I would find myself overcome by fever, fervor, rampaging much as the same as the riderless horse.
그럴 때는 내 옛 친구들이 정신 차릴 때까지 나를 두들겨 패곤 했다네.
At such moments, mine old friends helped me to come to myself by beating me senseless.
그렇게 해야만 정신이 드는 때도 있는 것 같더군.
'Twas at times the only remedy to the fever that had overtaken me.
아하, 그러니까 베르길리우스 씨하고도 친구 관계라는 거죠?
Huh? So that sense, Vergilius must be a good friend of yours too, right?
그게...
Well, Yeah, Don Quixote is not okay. Don Quixote not being not okay is a sort of a theme, is a recurring theme of the game. Tears plinked down from Sinclair's bruised eyes. I'll get her for this.
우리 집으로 가서 그 개새끼한테 말뚝을 쑤셔라.
I'll go to my home and skewer that bitch. I'll skewer her with her steak and then... The rest of his sentences were over with pained sobbing. After a while of sniffing, Sinclair finally seemed to calm down, and as he put a hand to his face and started muttering,
전 하루아침에 모든 걸 잃었어요.
lost everything overnight.
그때는 저들이 못과 망치라는 이름을 내세우지도 않았고 저렇게 많은 인원으로 공공연히 다니지도 않았어요.
Back then, they didn't parade their Nigel and Homer name around. You didn't see large groups like that in the open.
하지만
But at some point,
언제부터인지 자기들을 망치라고 하는 자들이 하나둘씩 마을에 들어서더니
people started calling themselves hammers, started showing up in town one by one, and
됐어, 꼬맹이. 거기까지면 됐어.
it's okay, kidda. No need to push yourself. Roger gently pat him on the back.
아직도 생각하곤 해요.
I still think that sometimes.
나쁜 꿈 속에서 아직 깨지 못하고
This
있는
is all
거라니까.
just a bad dream, and I'm having trouble waking up.
매일 아침마다 잠에서 깨서 눈을 뜨기 전에 항상
It always comes every morning before I open my eyes.
이번만큼은 익숙한 우리 집의 천장이
Maybe this time I'll wake up and see my familiar ceiling. Just maybe. After that, he broke into tears. It only made sense to wait for him to settle down. This is a very heavy game. This is a very heavy game. Holy shit. I'll have to prepare really heavily to go into dungeon.
임무 목표 완전 해결. 이제 복귀할게. 교식.
This is a very heavy game, yeah. Like it's such a overwhelmingly daunting kind of atmosphere in a way. See you later. See ya, Doc. You know what? Let's listen.
Later, Dr. Frederick, if you can truly escape my watchful gaze. Remember, no matter where you go, Moonie Locus's presence lingers. Until our paths cross again, prepare for the inevitable clash of good and evil. Farewell, for now.
보호 요청에 대한 임무를 완수했습니다.
Yeah, see you
다시
later.
순찰로 돌아.
하루가 저물어가는 동안 나는
Oh, nice.
서 있을 뿐이었어.
Nice. Okay, cool. Sinners. Let's raise this person first. Punk, 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 punk. Yeah. And Rhodey as well. I need you up and running pronto. Okay. Let's finish the last few levels here before we take a pause. We barely managed to defeat Guido, but Sinclair seems to be struggling to endure this immeasurable guilt weighing down on him. Okay, so levels lowered up a little bit. I understand. That's how you that is why you that is how it was. Okay, cool. Levels a little lowered just a little bit. I see.
명령대로 하겠습니다.
얼어라지.
그 정도인가?
정신 못 차릴 거야.
거치적거리지만 마. 끝이 꽤 잘 갈렸군. 끝이.
Okay.
목표
Dead.
완전 무력화.
Okay, dead.
오작 터뜨려주지.
Dead. Probably dead.
그 정도인가?
Yeah,
꽤 잘
absolutely dead. Uh-huh. Have you?
내 뒤로.
Okay, got him. Yeah, I imagine the dungeon will be really hard for this.
얼어라지.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So this one as well. This one first. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, this one is dead. Absolutely dead.
여행엔 목적이 있었지.
Have you ever used the support ID feature? I normally don't do normal fights, but they might help you with a bit for story dungeons. Possibly. I will. I haven't used support units yet. Oh, by the way, if you want to talk to me not through Moonie, there is a different command. There is a command !say. You basically just have your message read out loud instead of Moonie reading it. It's just the message is read out loud through TTS. So feel free to use that if you want my attention, because I sometimes might be having my attention on the game.
임무 목표 완전 해결. 이제 복귀할게.
Okay. Kyoshin cut. Two more? Sinclair showed up to the basement with a suspicious passage. Faust assumes the tunnel was made by N-Corp's staff. I mean, what else? What else can we assume here?
천천히 가자니까.
We entered the Chart mansion and Sinclair led us to the basement. When he opened the door, a long underpass leading to an unknown destination was revealed to us. To think that there'd be a tunnel down here.
아마 제 짐작이 맞는다면 이 통로가
So if my
집으로 이어지는
guess is right, then this passage should lead to the branch facility.
지하실에 대체 왜 이런 수상한 통로가 있는 거야?
Why are you keeping this shitty shaft in your basement?
원래는 없었어요.
It wasn't here before.
뭐? 그럼 우리 어떻게 알고 지하실로 안내한 거야?
What? And how do you know we ought to go to the basement?
나침반이 북쪽 방향에 이끌리듯이 그냥 느낌으로 알 수 있었던 것뿐이에요.
It's like how magnetic fields draw a compass needle forward, northward. I was brought here by intuition.
그거 아니었나요?
Isn't that what it is?
저희를 가지를 향한 나침반으로 쓰려고 데리고 다니는 거.
You're bringing us along as you to use as sensors for the bows. Sinclair quietly looked at Faust. Instead of answering him, she strode past him and stood before the door.
재질을 보아하니 비교적 최근에 만들어진 것 같군요.
Judging from the material, this tunnel seemed to have been made relatively recently.
아마 엔사의 파견원들이 이곳을 점령하며 만들어 놓았겠죠.
It was likely dug by N-Corp's expeditionary forces when they had occupied the town.
짧은 길은 아닐 거예요. 그들만을 위한 통로인 만큼
It won't be a
적들을
short
마주칠
trip.
가능성도 다분하겠죠.
Given that this passage was excavated for their use, we will assuredly run into the foes on the way.
준비되었으면 출발하죠.
We should move once we are ready.
그렇게 쳐다보지 마세요, 단테.
Don't give me that look, Dante.
저는 아무 말도 할 수 없을 뿐이에요.
I'm simply not in a position to comment on it. The fact that the fact that all this secrecy exists is not really giving me any confidence in Limbus Carp. Really doesn't. Favorite. Favored.
로자, 교전 시작.
Oh, nice. That's a good roll, actually. That was a good damage roll.
끝이야.
Okay, dominating. Favored, dominating. Unopposed.
거치적거리지만 마.
Okay.
모든 걸 걷어들일
We
수
couldn't do a thing. I think none of us could. That's the point. Okay, staggered and bleeded.
순조로운 전략입니다.
Stagger. Oh, nice. All of them staggered. Cool.
거치적거리지만 마. 꽤 잘 갈렸고. 좋은 전략입니다.
목표 일시 무력화.
Dead.
목표 완전 무력화.
Dead.
요소 제거.
Neutral. Offset defense. Yeah, I feel like this defense is worth it. Offset. Dominating. Dominating.
내 뒤로.
Okay. I think I'm doing good.
여행은
What do you think, Zappelli? Am I doing good in terms of battling systems? Because I feel like I'm doing a decent job of addressing a lot of the issues, and kind of like. Nice. Good to know that I'm doing well.
거치적거리지만 마.
Sometimes I feel like it's normal to do these automatic prompts effectively. Pathos, Mathos. You're doing well so far. Nice. Good to know. Thank you. No, let's just get it over with.
명령대로 하겠습니다.
Yeah, the auto is very reliable at this point. It might not hold up starting from the dungeon though. Yeah, I'm not gonna largely use auto. I'm still like trying to more focus on stuff my like. But when I see that the battle is clearly in my court, it's just easier to use auto instead of assigning out everything manually. Like when I see everyone is staggered and dead and nearly dead, I think it's fair enough to just use auto, right? Because it's not like they have a response if the entire enemy team is staggered. It's not like they have a response to whatever I'm doing. You know? Okay, last one for today. Last one for today. 2.5 hours. Yeah, totally. The chapter had landed me somewhere in 5 hours radius. So far.
예리한 검으로 하는 예술이 보고 싶었나?
Obviously, the dungeon is gonna be quite an escapade. Okay, so let's see. Struggling, no. Dominating. Yeah. Dominating. Favorite.
명령대로 하겠습니다.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Let's see. All the defense. Unopposed. Let's offset this too.
건가?
Okay. Let's see, favored. Defense, cool. Yeah. Offset again. Dominating.
꽂아 터뜨려주지.
Mm-hmm.
끝이. 검을 덜 갈았었나? 꽤잘
Okay,
달려.
one dead. Unopposed, cool. Cool, dominating. Favored, unopposed, unopposed.
꽂아 터뜨려주지.
위험 요소 제거.
목표 일시 무력화.
Okay, cool.
목표 완전 무력화.
Yeah, you'll
명령대로
just do fine.
끝이. 꽤잘 갈렸고.
Okay, favored, dominating. Dominating. Defense. Dominating. Favored. Dominating.
내 뒤로.
써주마.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
여행엔 목적이 있었지.
Okay. These are just really hard battles, man. Staggered. Imposed, unopposed, dominating.
명령대로 하겠습니다.
Okay, stagger one.
여행엔
Should be able to do this surprisingly fast today, Otis. Yeah, it really murders the staggered enemies.
파쇄 완료.
Okay, that was a pretty good roll.
거둬들일 순 없었어.
Stagger, cool. Another
그
stagger.
정도인가?
Okay, two of them staggered.
로자, 교전 시작.
끝이.
Okay, dead.
꽤잘 갈렸고.
Dead.
목표 일시 무력화.
Stagger, cool, awesome. Double stagger, awesome.
파쇄 완료. 파쇄 완료.
Okay, we won. Yeah, I think I'm doing well so far. I would say I'm good. I'm doing decently so far.
이 정도면 보수도 짭짤하겠는데?
Okay, and that is the branch KO2. Suppress the dungeon boss. Okay, that's gonna take a while. Okay. Let's first, before we do anything, we're gonna do. This is the final thing we're gonna do today, and as we discuss the story. Holy shit, though, that was hard. That was heavy. That's not hard exactly in level of mechanics. It was just really how hard to go through in terms of like in terms of like basically how it is really hard to okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not an emotional person, so I don't like show how I'm feeling about things all this much, but this was really heavy. This really put a like a basically pressure on me in a way. Like it was just really unpleasant. If that makes sense. It's just really fucking unpleasant. Sheesh majish. Okay, that's just if they want to create a feeling of wanting to completely annihilate N-Corp people here, they did succeeded. They succeeded us in bringing us to the same headspace as Sinclair, even though we don't really have much history with Sinclair or N-Corp, for that matter. Also, Mersault being incredibly eerie with his personality, if it can be even like called a personality at this point. Like, I'm kind of struggling to call it a personality per se. Yeah, eccentric might be a completely disservice to his personality. Stop! Okay. Okay, dominating, opposed, fucking hell, fate. Set, dominated, opposed.
로자, 교전 시작.
Okay. This is a really hard game though.
목표 일시 무력화.
More bizarre things about Mr. Salt, huh? I definitely am expecting lots of bizarre things about Mr. Salt.
명령대로 하겠습니다. 검을 덜 갈았었나?
그 정도인가? 호이쿠. 그 정도인가?
Okay, cool. Everyone, I feel like there's just some undeniable charm to the game that keeps returning you in, despite the fact that you're going through the ringer. What Cinnamon? Honestly, so far, Ryoshu. She's so enigmatic and so. And she stands kind of like as her own little bastion of little sadism. You know what I mean? That you don't really know how she kind of lands in this whole thing because everyone else is sort of. Oh, she dies. Cool. Everyone else sort of lands into almost unintentionally sadistic way, or basically like some sort of way, some sort of reason why they are the way they are. In some cases, like justice or principles, whatever the hell, right? In case with Ryoshu, I am admittedly not sure. I'm admittedly not sure. Like, I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure what's on her mind. I'm not exactly sure what to expect from her in a lot of ways, if that makes sense. Like, I'm just not entirely sure what to expect from her. So yeah, that's why I'm like super excited to hear about her. At least starting now. Don Quixote is definitely one I'm looking forward to as well. Don Quixote, because being able to keep that attitude in the city kind of foreshadows something really messed up happened. Coping mechanisms and all. Yeah. The fact that she's so brutally after justice is also something of an indication. She's definitely justice in the most overbearing sense. That's what I want to say. Anyway, I'm gonna stop here. We're gonna stop here. Next time we're gonna be doing next time we're gonna be doing our the dungeon. That's gonna be something we're gonna be doing next time. That's the entirety thing we're gonna do. The dungeon. After that, we might be able to do extraction, whatever the hell we're gonna be doing. Not sure which yet, but yeah, we're gonna be doing extraction. Actually, we do have two tickets, so let's do 2 tickets. Let's just out of curiosity do tickets. Just out of curiosity. Yep, makes sense. Nothing much happened here. Okay, I'm gonna be stopping here. See you guys tomorrow for tomorrow we'll be back for the for Path to Nowhere with Alive Neptuna. We're gonna continue with chapter 3. I mean, Zeppeli, I'm gonna please watch my Aether Gazer video from us from Wednesday, because that's exactly what happened for Streamer Luck. I got the banner character of SSR quality of S class by rolling a single ticket. Same thing, Path to Nowhere. I often get these. Don't underestimate me. I get these a lot. It's just my week. My luck this week has been insane. So it's fair that it needs a break. Anyhow, I'll see you guys around. This has been a long day for me in terms of streaming because I basically streamed one by one, like 1 through 3 streams. Yeah, 3 streams for worth 2. All of them. The 2 first streams were 2 hours, and this one is almost 3. So basically 3 plus 2 plus 2. Yeah, 5, 7 hours. I streamed for 7 hours today. Total count. I'm tired, so I'm gonna be chilling for now. See you guys around. Thank you for watching, and subscribe because I want to reach that 100 to 350 subscribers. Please give me 350. I will die without this. Man. Say goodbye, Moonie.
See you, Moonie. See ya, Theo.
No, lowercase. Lowercase, Moonie. Like this. Okay.
Observer, trying to mimic my style, are we? How amusing. But remember, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and while you may attempt to copy my ways, you shall never match the true essence of Moonie Locus. So, observe from afar, for in this game of villains and heroes, I shall forever reign supreme.
Okay.
See ya, Dewey Rosapelli, attempting to bid farewell to both Moonie Locus and Theo, are we? How amusing that you would think your departure could affect me in any way. But fear not, for Moonie Locus is always watching, and my presence shall linger long after you have left. Until we meet again, prepare for my wicked return.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Moonie, for saying goodbye, and we're gonna be done for today. See you guys tomorrow. Toodles!